Hello, this is the Rocha Throcia, and I'm back in. Sorry about the squeakiness in my voice. I just woke up and I'm not, and apparently my voice just didn't quite catch up with me yet. But hello once again, so I can say it properly so you can actually understand it. Anyways, also, Merry Christmas. It is almost Christmas here. It is actually the 21st of December. And so I will wish you all a Merry Christmas. Um, and yes, I do say Merry Christmas because that is what most people in the world celebrate. Most people in this world celebrate Christmas. Um, now, that doesn't necessarily mean that most people celebrate a Christian Christmas, but most people do celebrate Christmas in some way, fashion, or form. There are many people, especially anybody that will be watching these types of videos, they're more than likely going to be celebrating Christmas. Um, I do recognize that there are other people that celebrate other types of holidays um, around this time, and to them I say Happy Holidays. But for the majority of you, Merry Christmas. Um, now, there are a few different things that I wanted to cover in this off the wall episode, and those are uh, just a few basic, simple things. So, one of the things that's happening in our lives right now is my brother in law, my wife's brother, uh, is having a hard time in his marriage. One of the problems is like he is worried that he's not ever going to be able to be happy in his marriage. Um, and this is a really bad time in order to be deciding that first, because yeah, Christmas is coming up and it should be a time where families grow closer together and not farther apart. And that is one of the hard things about it. And then the other part about that is it is a very selfish way that he's going about this. Um, I don't want to be rude to him, or I don't want to downgrade him or anything like that, but he is so worried about his own happiness that he's not thinking about the happiness of those that he loves and cares about the most. And really, that is the people that he should be concerned about the most. Those are the people that he should be concerned about their happiness before his own. And not only that, but if he was to focus on their happiness and help them to be happy, he would find that that would help him find his happiness. Uh, Happiness is not something that you can find through selfishness. It just does not work. You will always want more. You will always want the next thing, or more of this, or more of that. Um, and if you're always wanting, then you're never happy. You're never happy with what you have. And that is what selfishness does, is it makes you want always. It makes you an eternal want. And so what I tried to help him understand is, one, that he was being selfish, that he was concentrated too much on his own happiness, and two, that the happiness of those around him was what was more important to him finding his happiness. See, if you can get rid of selfishness and you can concentrate on the happiness of those around you, and they are happy, then your sole want is taken care of, which is their happiness. And once they're happy, you're happy as well because you are fulfilled. You will never be fulfilled in trying to go after your own things. You will always be fulfilled finding ways to go after those things that will fulfill other people. See, and that's the other thing too. It's not necessarily giving your loved ones everything they want either, because just the same for you, being happy is not through selfishness. It's also not through greed and selfishness that your loved ones are going to be happy. So you're never going to give them everything they want. But what you're going to try and give them is love, is a caring nature, showing them that you care, that you want them to be happy. Yeah, and so you love them. And you love them because then they'll love you back. And through love, that is the way that you find happiness. You don't ever find it through material possessions. You won't ever find it through abandonment of responsibility or trying to do your own thing or go your own way. It will always be through helping and serving others, which is a show of love for them, which is shows that you care about them. And that is what will make them happy and in turn make you happy. So that is one of the main things that I wanted to address in this video. He is looking into separating from his wife, and that is not going to bring him happiness. And around this time, that is really not going to bring him happiness. So I am praying for him. I am hoping that he is going to be able to make good choices that will lead to more happiness for him and his family. And if you would like to pray for him, I would appreciate that too. Um, so the other thing that I wanted to discuss on here is YouTube. And yes, they're not very well related topics. So I have noticed that my videos that I have been posting on this channel and in this format are not necessarily YouTube friendly. They're not ones that YouTube is going to be all that excited about. At least some of them aren't. And I would like to do more content that is not YouTube friendly, but I can't do it on YouTube. In fact, I just got notice that come January 5th, they're going to be redoing their rules once again. And that does not bode well for conservatives or people who would like to present arguments against liberal or progressive mainstream, because those liberal and progressive ideals are YouTube ideals. The company actually does follow those ideals, and so if I start attacking those ideals, then more and more YouTube is going to find issue with that. Now, I am a very small channel. I probably am not coming up on their radar quite yet, and that is probably a good thing. And I would like to keep that a good thing. So, I will be moving a lot of my content over to a couple of other platforms. I'm going to be moving over to Odyssey and Rumble. These two platforms I've found are the best other video platforms that exist right now, and they allow much more for free speech for me to be able to be open and honest and straightforward with the topics that I present on this channel. Now, I am going to still be putting videos up on YouTube. However, there may be some videos that I don't see fit for YouTube. And the reason that they won't be fit for YouTube is because of YouTube's policies. and because of what they require and what they want on their platform. And it's this channel that's going to be limited. I also have my gaming channel. On my gaming channel, that I don't see how they can find issues with that, because I do not talk politics or anything, all that controversial for a YouTube for YouTube. So I don't think that they'll be able to ding me on my gaming channel. However, this channel would be in danger of being dinged by YouTube. As I start to grow, as I start to get bigger, I am sure that that is a very likely possibility. I know of many others who have been discriminated against, basically based on their political views and some other views by YouTube. And because of this, I'm not willing to rock the boat, I guess. Um, Especially since that boat is YouTube, and they are much too big for me to be able to fight my own personal self. And there are good, strong patriots out there who are fighting against YouTube. And I wish them the best of luck, and I hope that they are successful. And then maybe the YouTube channel can expand if they're able to um, stop the problems that they're having with YouTube. And I can't even really go into it that deep, because then YouTube will start thinking that I'm disparaging their service. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will probably, so it won't be very long. I'll probably be announcing it in a video fairly soon, because by January 5th, with them changing their policies, I'm setting that as my deadline to have Odysee and Rumble up and running by January 5th for this channel. So they'll be the main places that I will be uploading videos to going forward, or at least once I get those channels set up and ready to go. And I will be posting those probably in the link in the description down below this video, as well as future videos. So I will be linking those just so that we can start transitioning people over to Rumble and Odysee. Those are the Rumble and Odysee ones are also the ones that I will be starting to share on other platforms such as Facebook or other places like that. That's where I'll be sharing the videos that I am doing on this channel. Facebook is also an issue. It does have some censorship issues where it is blocking certain content and fact checking other content, of course, with their opinion facts. Their fact checkers are opinion. Yeah, that's what they said. Their fact checkers are opinion. That's what Facebook has said at this point. So that's interesting that a fact checker can actually be opinion. I always thought that facts and opinions were basically opposites, but apparently they can call themselves fact checkers but only be opinion. So anyways, that is today's episode. I know it's not the most cheerful of episodes, but we have to adapt and work within the frameworks of this world. And so that is what I'm trying to do, is adapt and work within the frameworks of the world. YouTube is part of that framework. So we will try to adapt. We will try to fit into where we can, and I will try to continue to bring you more content. I know that I kind of slacked off there for a while, and I'm going to be trying to get more content coming out more often going forward. So this is the Rocha Throcia, and you will see me in the next one.